Hi guys. Okay, today I am off to see Bilberry again. If you remember the huge, really huge Gordon setter that I saw a couple of weeks ago, and they've also got two little Scotties that we thought were brilliant, but were actually also causing a few issues with Bilberry because they were quite barky and it was setting him off, and yeah, so we ended up working with the three of them, but did a lot of work last time inside the house and got them sorted, walking nicely on a lead. So today it's just a bit of a catch up and make sure what we did last time is all going well, and then we really need to focus on Bilberry's recall. So that was the one thing we didn't get time for in the last session, really, was to focus on his recall issues. He's got quite a high chase drive, and obviously there's the dog reactivity, which we don't want to filter into when he's off lead. So yeah, I just want to find out how she's getting on with all three of them, and bit of a catch up, bit of adding anything in if we need to for things that we've already covered. And hopefully that's all going well. I haven't heard from her since, so that normally is a good sign. I haven't had lots of panicked messages. And then obviously focus on what we didn't get a chance to do last time, which was all about getting him good at coming back off the lead. So obviously we're not just going to randomly let him off. We will do lots of work on a training line to start with and find out how well he listens and what we need to work on. So it's not raining, which is nice, but it's really cold today, so might have to put my big coat on in addition to the two fleeces that I'm wearing because it's really cold suddenly again. It got really warm last week and it was lovely, and now it's freezing again. Classic March weather where you don't know what it's going to be like one day to the next. But anyway, at least it's not chucking it down. That's always a bonus. So I will get some good videos hopefully, and I will check in with you after and let you know how everything goes.
Always running behind him.
Yeah, well, she's not doing that now. They're walking nicely together.
Yeah.
Wow, that's big improvements. Yeah, he's just chilled.
He's chilled.
This is lovely. Oh, I'm so chuffed. Right, we just got one last thing to sort then now, mate. You've got your recall to sort. Oh, good man. Good man. Good. So don't leave it too long before he gets the treat to start with. Good.
Yeah.
Otherwise he'll get bored, you see.
Yeah.
So that's why we start it off at just 2 or 3 paces, and then we gradually build it up.
Good boy. Good boy.
Yes, good. That was perfect. So we want him staying focused like that, you see. Good. So now he's responding to the heel as if it was a recall command as well, which is great.
Good boy.
Yay, well done, mate. He's such a sweet boy. Give him a call. Yes, good boy.
Right, sit.
Good boy. Good boy, Bilbo.
Good boy.
No, it's not Bilbo, it's Bilberry, isn't it? God,
Bilberry.
I just called him Bilbo from bloody... He was like, yeah, that's my name.
He does it. Most of the time.
You're not a hobbit, are you, mate? No. Good boy. Good boy. If he goes back to it like he did then,
Yeah.
use the word leave again.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, right. That was it was brilliant. I'm knackered though. We've been walking for the whole session because indoors, absolutely brilliant. It's all sorted. No more barking. The little Scotties are really calm. No more barking at the windows. Which means that Bilberry is also chilled because he was really only picking up from them, and yeah, that's all gone fantastic. His lead walking was perfect. Just yeah, she's bless her, worked really hard, and massive improvements in such a short space of time. So over the moon with that. So we did literally just focus on recall. So up until today, she has been practicing lots of recall, but she's been doing it without the lead on, without any lead on, which means that if he then ignores her, there's no recourse. So obviously what we did today is we just very simply put a training line on so that we can teach him that recall is not a negotiable command, you know, and his recall is pretty good overall, but there's still times when, you know, he's got his nose in a scent or he sees a distraction and then suddenly he's like, nah, I don't think I will come. I'm going to keep sniffing this and I'll come when I'm ready. And that's not okay. You know, potentially that is, well, it's dangerous. You know, he needs to be coming immediately and not in 5 minutes when he feels like it. So yeah, we've did a lot of work with the line, which he responded beautifully to. A lot of practice on off-lead heel work, which hadn't really been done before either, so that's going to be really useful, and he was really getting the hang of that. And then just in general doing training exercises on the walk, which just increases their focus, makes you more fun to be with. You know, he was really enjoying the training, and it was starting, because we were doing lots of things with him, he was then starting to check in. So even when we weren't calling him, he was checking back with us and just in general being a lot more responsive. So yeah, so Catherine's going to work really hard on the training line work and no more completely off the lead, because then we're getting inconsistency. So for the moment, he's going to stay on that line, and we're going to hopefully get him to the point where we never need to use it. And once we're at that point, we can start dropping it and just having it on as an emergency tool. And then once we've not had to use it at all, then we can start taking it off. But that's a process, and we need to make sure that he is grasping all the new things. He's learning to come immediately. We obviously incorporated a leave command in with the line work as well, which is going to be important when he's just not listening to his normal recall because he is really into a scent or because there's a bird to chase. We need happy recall voice, and if that doesn't work, he needs a firm leave command that he associates with a consequence for not listening. So, and in his case, he was even responding to just a loud hand clap as a consequence for not listening, and that was making him listen to the leave command. So he's a very sensitive dog, bless him. Despite his size and his drive, he is very sensitive, and I'm very hopeful that we can sort the recall out without the need for any other tools. But obviously, like I say, it's a process, and what I don't want to happen is that he has to be on a line forever, because that's no fun for anyone really. And with a breed like that, there's so much joy in him being able to really run, and he's never going to be able to do that if he's living on a line forever. So what we've done is we've said, right, work really hard on this. We know how responsive he is, we know how clever he is and how quickly he learns things, so let's see how we get on with all of this. But if we're at a point where we think, you know, he's doing well but only because we're using the line, then we'll go back and have a look at introducing something simple like a vibration collar. But for the moment, I just don't think he really needs that yet, because he's learning new things. So I'd rather we get him learning them and being really good, and then we can introduce a collar if we're at a point where he's going, yeah, if that line's not there, I'm not going to listen. So we'll see if that happens, then we can move on and do something different. But there's a high chance that he just gets really good in general, and we don't have to worry about that. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased with everything that she's done so far. Yeah, she's done wonders with all three of them. And yeah, we're just going to add that on. We'll see how it goes. Keep in touch. We'll see him at the next pack walk. And yeah, all marvellous and a really enjoyable session. So another lovely day for me.